Trump is booked in Fulton County. His mugshot goes viral, and even Biden responds to it. All of that and more today on Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Speechless. I'm your host, Kev Phares. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm a 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois, host a radio show on Cities 92.9, but I also do a lot of different work on YouTube, Rumble, everything like that, and thank you guys for tuning in today. I got a lot to cover, but I also want to address the elephant in the room for those of you that continuously watch my show. Obviously, this isn't a daily show. This was stuff that I was going to cover in my radio show yesterday, Sunday, but wasn't able to get to it. And at the same time, I'm not sure how often I'll be able to consistently do the daily show as school is starting back up for me and I got to buckle down. But I do plan on bringing you some level of content just about every day, every other day, something like that, whether it's music video reactions or this. But no matter what, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, and share on Facebook, Twitter, wherever, so people can get this kind of news. But I want to start off, everybody. So the mugshot that was seen around the world. Let's take a look right here. Trump was booked in Fulton County. This is the mugshot that I believe it was the sheriff's office said they wanted to get. They wanted to get this. I'm sure Trump wanted to get this mugshot too, right? Why wouldn't he? Why would Trump not want to get this mugshot? It has done amazing things for him, but let's keep looking. Let's just analyze this a little bit here. So he obviously angry. Who wouldn't be? You're getting thrown through the ringer simply for exposing corruption, but okay, so there's the mugshot, and we got a lot to cover with that today, but let's start off with debunking some myths. So I got texts from people. These are real texts I got. I also got tweets that I saw about this and everything. So a myth, big myth right here. Trump is not currently sitting in a jail cell. Trump, I don't believe, was ever even handcuffed, anything like that. No. So Trump got charged in Fulton County on I believe, 13 different charges. He was charged under RICO law. I have a whole video that covers a lot of this kind of stuff with one of the attorneys representing the Reverend Stephen Lee. And so a lot of different people were booked. Most of them, I believe, not sitting in jail. Maybe some are. Let me know in the comments. That's not the main thing about this video, but there's everybody that was charged within this as part of this, the criminal organization that the DA is trying to prove here from Fulton County. Obviously, Trump being in the middle. You can see Reverend Stephen Lee in the bottom corner down there. He is the one from Illinois. His attorney, David Shostokis, has been on my show, talked to me about what is this entire legal drama that this is, and the facade and the election interference, as well as the political theater that this entire charge is, along with all the other charges that Trump is facing in the other areas. But if you want to go watch that, I can tag it to this video, and you can see that's David Shostokis. He did an interview with me, like 45 minutes, explaining all of the legalese of this. You can see, obviously, Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows. Jenna Ellis is a real funny one in the top corner up there, the blonde, because she's got a big old smile on her face. She went kind of viral as well. But let's focus on Trump. So the myth, like I said, Trump is not currently sitting in a jail cell. He went through what you usually have to do when you're given charges. You go, you get booked. They do fingerprinting. They do the booking photo, which is obviously commonly referred to as a mugshot. That's what went viral. And they do all that stuff. He would have been sitting in a jail, so I believe he had bond. I believe he had some kind of bond, but this was him immediately after, when he was on his way back to his plane. Let's take a look. This was what he had to say to Newsmax right after he got booked.
Thank you very much for being here. I really believe this is a very sad day for America. This should never happen. If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election, a stolen election. And I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge, you have to be able to, otherwise you can have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support. And that goes with the other ones, too. What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have three other instances. It's election interference. So I want to thank you for being here. We did nothing wrong at all. And we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest, that we think is very dishonest. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much.
Would you pardon yourself? Are you ready to go to trial?
He was obviously getting questions there. Would you pardon yourself? Stuff such as that. But here's the biggest thing. So that was just debunking the myth that no, Donald Trump is not currently sitting in a jail cell. He went through the normal booking that any criminal would have to, but he's being treated and shown in the media like a criminal. And there's a few things to break down with what he had to say there. But I also just want to say this has become like the most viral mugshot since Martin Luther King, Johnny Cash. There's plenty of Bill Gates's mugshot, all those different. This is one of the most famous mugshots. I don't even know. I don't believe that there is another former. This is probably even more important though, because I don't believe there's a single former president that has a mugshot after their presidency. And if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but I'm firmly believe that. I think this is the first president to have a mugshot post presidency. Maybe even the first former president ever to have a mugshot, period. I don't know. But let's talk about what he just had to say. He's right though. This is how the Democrats are campaigning against him. This is election interference, 100%. And for anyone out there that's skeptical of that claim or just believes it's a lie because you don't like Trump or anything like that, this is election interference. For the lefties that I have that watch the show, the few of them, and I appreciate you watching and thank you for getting another perspective, but just listen, actually listen. Even if you'll say, no, you're wrong, Trump's a criminal, no one is above the law, blah, 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 all that kind of crap. If that's you, first off, then where are the charges? Like he said, where are the charges for Stacey Abrams and Hillary Clinton? Both of them. Hillary Clinton, through the Durham report, it is shown that she consistently and knowingly lied about the 2016 election. She knew it. Stacey Abrams consistently says that she won against Brian Kemp. Where are the charges for them? That's the first thing. But the second, which I think is even more important to show that this is election interference, because it's not just hypocrisy. Look at the dates. Look, this is in the Fulton County one, but today, August 28th, the judge from the DC, the January 6th indictment that Trump got, she set the date for Trump's January 6th trial to begin. The date is March 4th, 2024. March 4th. Interesting. I looked at it. Real quick Google search. You want to know what kicks off on March 5th, the day after the trial is set to start? The day after. Single day. Primaries. Republican presidential primaries. In fact, on March 5th, the day after the trial starts, the day after, 15 states have their Republican primaries on March 5th. In fact, 25 states, half of the country, will have their Republican primary before the end of March. So what is the media going to be spinning all that time? All that time when people are about to be going out to the polls. People are about to go out to the polls and they have their radios on in their car. They might have a Fox News stream playing or Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all that crap playing on their TVs before they go out to vote those days. Maybe in their offices, in their airports, wherever they are. What is the media going to be spinning? What's Twitter going to be blowing up with? What's Instagram going to have? All of it, Facebook, everything. What's it going to have? Trump in courtroom. Trump criminal. Trump trial. It's election interference, everybody. How is it not? When you post the trial date the day before primaries begin, and right before, within that month, that the majority of their country goes out to vote for who they want their presidential candidate to be, and the one that's currently polling at the highest is being deemed in the media as a criminal. It starts then so then they can implant into people's minds by November, assuming that as it currently would stand, it would look like Trump would win that primary and then be the general candidate. They're instilling into the moderate voter's mind, the one who just reads a headline, listens to maybe the radio on their drive to work, doesn't really look into the depths of a case. They're spinning that narrative that Trump is a criminal and will not be able to be in office. They're going to push things like, well, he's going to be in jail. He's going to be in jail. They're asking questions like, would you pardon yourself? All of that kind of stuff. Why? Because it's the media spinning the narrative for the Democratic Party. Tell me how, again, how this is not election interference. For all my critics, tell me, how is this not election interference? How is this not a ploy to spin the media narrative? Look, this is something I predicted. All of this, especially this part right here. Anyone who has known me since 2021, so like Josh, anybody who consistently watches the show, Josh will tell you, this is something I've said. The reason, and this is also the reason why I've been skeptical of Trump being the nominee for 2024. The media is going to play January 6th on a repeat and the 2020 election on repeat. This is not what I want about 2024 to be about. You want to know what I want 2024 to be about? I want 2024 to be about our economy, how everything is costing more, about our southern border and how we have drugs flowing in. We have child trafficking flowing through, how we need to secure our southern border. I want this election to be a referendum on the failures of Joe Biden. We have crime at an all-time high, not only in urban, but rural areas as well. I don't want this election to be about 2020, but the Democrats do. What they are going to do is they are going to play January 6th on repeat. And while I thought it was going to be, again, so when I say I predicted it and I called it, I thought it was just going to be advertisements. I thought they were going to put in black and white and dark music playing, people in MAGA hats going through windows and stuff at the Capitol building, all the most violent footage they could. That's what I thought was going to happen. I would have never guessed that they would take it even a step further by drumming up BS charges in multiple states, both federal and in localities, against him so that they can keep it in the media narrative, so that it's not just an advertisement. They can keep spinning the narrative through the courtroom and through the media such as that. It's fascinating to me. But interestingly enough, Biden also had a few words to say about the Trump indictment. This was him. He's currently, or he was on vacation over the weekend when he was asked about the mugshot, if he had seen it. And he was also facing just criticism from a crowd. Let's take a look at this. Here is the Biden reaction to the Trump mugshot.
I've been talking to UAW. Obviously, I'm concerned. I think that there should be a circumstance where the jobs that are being displaced, replaced with new jobs, they should go to the first choice should go to the UAW member who had the job, and the salary should be commensurate.
Have you seen Donald Trump's mugshot yet? Mr. President, are you worried at all about that?
I did see it on television.
What'd you think?
Handsome guy. Wonderful guy.
Handsome guy, wonderful guy. That's what he had to say. He's smug because I guarantee you, to an extent, because obviously he might forget things and he probably has to get reminded, but he kind of knows what's going on. He's got to, right? Only somebody naive and or a shill would not be able to realize that even if you take the assumption that Trump is guilty of everything, only somebody who is a moron would not be able to realize that this is strategic for the 2024 election. That this is political, overtly, and not just political in the sense that it deals with political issues. No, it's political in the fact that the actions by our Justice Department are for political purposes, which therefore mean that beg the question, doesn't necessarily mean, but begs the question, is our justice system truly just? For the people that always want to say that the justice system treats people unequally and poorly based on race or gender or anything like that, the left, which often does that, do they not realize that we actually have a clear instance right now of the justice system not being used equally? Just saying. But interestingly enough, the media labeling Trump as a criminal and trying to frame him as a mob boss doesn't seem to have a particularly negative impact on Trump's base image, as well as his campaign. Out of Politico, the former president has raised $7.1 million since he was booked at the Atlanta jail Thursday evening, according to figures provided first to Politico by his campaign. On Friday alone, Trump raised $4.18 million making it the single highest 24-hour period of his campaign to date, according to a person familiar with the totals. The campaign's fundraising has been powered by merchandise it is selling through its online store. After Trump was taken into custody, the campaign began selling shirts, posters, bumper stickers, and beverage coolers bearing Trump's scowling mugshot. The items bear the tagline, "Never Surrender," and range in price from $12 to $34. Once again, let's take a look at the mugshot here. Just because I guarantee you that was a strategic point on him. He knew this was going to become a big thing for his campaign. It might even be bigger than they expected, but you could see, I mean, that scowl, that just says that's him giving off the energy that he wanted to give off of, I'm going to fight this. I am a fighter. I'm going to go and I'm going to be, he always has that quote. I might be paraphrasing it here, but something to the effect of like, they want you, but I'm in the way kind of thing. And that's the image that he's trying to give off with that mugshot. But the media and when I say media, it's not just the mainstream media that's blowing up over this. Internet has really taken a hold of this, making memes and everything. I actually took the opportunity to make a version of the mugshot for myself. There's me. Apparently, I'm part of the criminal enterprise too, because in 2020, I actually was part of Students for Trump and other things. And again, not my first pick. If the election were held today, he's not the one I'd vote for. And I have my reasons for that. Go watch other videos if you want to find that stuff out. But I could still believe that this is a weaponization of the DOJ. And I stand with Trump against the charges 100%. I would 100% stand with Trump against these charges. So there's my mugshot. I made my own. I'm part of the criminal enterprise. Charge me. Who cares? I'll be the first inmate in the gulag. But there's other ones that I've thought have been really funny. Here's one that somebody came out with that got sent to me. What the chicken nuggets in my microwave see at 3 a.m. And I love it. I love it. These have been hilarious. There's another one I found. The non-binary barista watching me press no tip after ordering a $13 iced matcha latte. Okay, that's hilarious. I'm pretty sure a liberal posted that one, but I just still think it's real funny. He's angry out. And it just looks like, I mean, when you put the nose ring and everything, it just looks like an angry liberal a little bit, right? Like, and also the no tip thing. That's a whole thing I could do a video on. Is how you got to tip everywhere. Like, seriously, I bet Trump had to tip a little bit to get the mugshot public. Like, I don't know, but you got it everywhere is tipping nowadays. What the hell is with that? I don't need a tip after I take a poop. Like, what the hell is with this? I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. But then here's another one. Oh my God, the edit, the Ken edit. Amazing. 10 out of 10. I love it. I love it. Just like I didn't even see the Barbie movie, but I've seen the memes and this one's great. We have been memeing the crap out of this. And here's the biggest thing about making all these memes, right? Making all the memes with the mugshot. The thing I love about it, no matter who's making them, I love that they're spreading because it shows it's people not taking this seriously. It's people not taking the situation seriously, which is good. Now, there's part of it we should take seriously, and that's the weaponization of our DOJ. But the fact that people aren't taking this seriously show that the media attempting to try to spin the narrative of Trump's an ardent criminal, Trump is awful, that mixed with the fact, so the memes of it show that people are not going to take that media narrative seriously, along with the fact that people are donating more and more to his campaign than ever, which is good. Because if we don't take that seriously, if we don't take all that seriously, then that means people are recognizing that the justice system is being weaponized against Trump and against the conservatives, period. I mean, this is a RICO case. They're charging it as a criminal enterprise. So don't take it seriously. We got a lot of work to do. And Trump seems to be handling it pretty well. But he's also another big thing. This is just a sidebar before I end out this clip is so it was released his height and weight. And so it was announced that he's like 6'3", around there, and 215 pounds. Look, I always thought Trump was a heavier guy. And I'm pretty sure during his presidency he was. But I'm a little worried about his health. I'll be clear. Not in the same way I'm worried about Biden's health. I pray for both of them daily. I do. But Biden's health is mental. It's cognitive. Trump obviously seems to be a little bit in a different place cognitively than Biden. If you can't see that, you're a moron. But Trump is 215 pounds. Look, I'm 5'8", and I am 170 pounds. That means Trump is only just under 50 pounds more than me, standing 6 inches taller than me. That's insane. That is insane. He has definitely lost weight, and I guarantee you it is because of the insurmountable stress and pressure he's under. And so I do worry about his health, about his heart, about where he's at. I don't know. Just a thought. Something I've been thinking about. I do worry about it. Everybody, God bless you. This is thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. What did you think about any of this that I covered today? And share the video with your friends. I hope you really liked it. And God bless you. God bless America. And this has been Speechless. Comfort time. Until next time.